What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Tuesday the 6th of September and I'm officially over 4 weeks post-show. I'm about 2 kilos up from show day weight and I'm definitely recovering, feeling much better. Still food focused, however the hunger has calmed down a bit as my weight has slowly been creeping back up and stabilizing. I've had quite a few free meals out, so at the moment I'm eating 2 to 3 meals out off plan of macros at the moment, and on the other days still trying to maintain around about 1,600 calories. Sometimes I'll hit closer to the 1,700, so my regular days calories are a little bit higher. I am not doing any cardio, haven't done cardio for a while, so that's not much of a change. Still trying to just get steps in and be generally active, but yeah, that's where I'm at. Sleep has been getting better. My sleep is definitely better on the days that like I gain weight, and then on the days where my weight's come back down, it's not as good again. So the sleep's up and down. Recovery has been going good. Training has been going good. Energy is going good. And like I said, even the hunger is getting better. So 4 weeks post show, just, again, if you're going to be competing soon, the first few weeks are the hardest post show. So it slowly gets better. I'm not saying it's super easy right now. It's still pretty hard, honestly. And you need a lot of self-control, especially coming off having 1 or 2 free meals. The next day you're going to be extra hungry. So for anyone who's prone to overeating and binging and stuff, I do not recommend having as much as 3 meals out, because the next day is going to be really rough, and that's something that I have had to kind of deal with. Again, just being super food focused. Sometimes it's not even the hunger so much anymore, because like I said, my hunger levels are getting better. It's just the cravings and just me wanting to eat certain things and wanting to have more of certain things as well. Like I'll eat something and I'll just, after a meal, I'm not hungry anymore, but I'm also not super full. But I need to realize those hunger cues and realize that that's the time to stop. So my hunger has calmed down, but my satiety is not back to normal. So you have 2 different hormones. You have leptin and ghrelin. One regulates your satiety, so how full and satisfied you feel after each meal. For me, that has not came back yet. However, I've been feeling less of like a crazy hunger kind of feeling, which is the most annoying to me. So I'm glad we're slowly getting over that hump. So that's where we're at. Right now, it is pretty late for me. It's about 9:30 and I've had 2 meals. I've had my breakfast and I've had my pre-workout meal. Why have I had 2 meals, you ask? Because for you guys, mainly, because we're going to be filming. Ethan's in prep, so he can't do my early sessions anymore. So we just have to film a little bit later. And secondly, because Jeremy will be taking me through today's workout, because I finally convinced him to write me up a program. So he's wrote me up a program at the moment. I'll be doing his program probably for the next 4 to 6 weeks, and we'll see how we go. So far, I've been enjoying it. Just enjoying being on a set schedule again and having, like a set plan and not having to worry and think about too much. Just have some guidelines and boundaries, because when I go by myself, sometimes I just always have been pushing to failure, first of all, which is great, but not something you can do all the time. It's definitely not recommended. So it's good for me to have a set amount of weight sets and reps to aim for, and just like a set program again, so I don't go overboard. For me, my problem is never not doing too much. My problem is never not doing enough. It's always doing too much sometimes. So yeah, it's good to just be on some kind of a routine again. I love routine. And yeah, Jeremy's programming style is a little bit different from mine, so he will be taking me through today's workout, and tomorrow we'll be filming as well. So that will help him with, I guess, content for S Legion. And then just for me, I just want to train. I want to do something different. I want to push myself. I want to learn more for myself and learn more like for my clients as well. Like, because I keep trying to evolve and perfect my training. Everything I learn for myself just gets passed on to my clients. So I'm trying to be the best athlete I can be. I'm trying to make the most gains I can. I'm trying to make the most I can out of my current food as well. So even though my average weight has been going up this past few weeks, but because training intensity has been going up as well, I'm thinking that I'm looking okay considering what the scales say. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Yeah, I think Ethan will be coming over in about an hour, so I have an hour for my food to digest, wait for him to come over, and then we're going to be filming our workout.
Can't be bothered moving this in there. Why is this out here? I don't know why. Why?
Today we are gonna pretty much do quads, a quad focused workout, because Nicole needs to grow some massive quads. So I guess there's a few things here.
Would you like my stance to be bigger,
your squat
more
form is
narrower?
good. There's usually two ways of doing squats, right? There's the standard, hips backwards. Like understanding when we're doing quad squat, squats for quads, it's about the knee traveling over the toes. A lot of times people don't want to travel over the toes because, the standard, they don't want to get the knee pains and stuff. So obviously this is only good for people who don't have knee pain. So do a normal squat for me. Just without the bar.
I squat weird with no weight.
Yeah, so we gotta see that.
It's kind of, I don't know what to do. I have flat feet, remember? I can't have my knees go too forward. Like this is it.
See, that is pretty good. So do it, come up.
And I have tight hips and a tight lower back.
We might have to do heels squats.
Like heels elevated?
Heels elevated, yeah. The problem is when people are sitting back into it, right? You see your hips you're doing hip extension. Your hips coming backwards, that is hip extension. And then so what you want to do, especially for quads, you want to make sure you don't extend too far back, right? Because you do have long femur, we have to probably do heels elevated. So Nicole, we are doing a heels elevated only because her femur length, this length here, is longer than most for her torso, compared to her torso. And especially when you're trying to do a quad focused squat, you're trying to get your knees to go over your toes because the load of the weight will sit on your quads. If you go backwards, like a lot of times people will squat hips backwards and down, that will hit, because you're doing more hip extension, the bar load goes backwards a little bit more, and this will hit more glutes and hamstrings. So in this idea, we're trying to do quads. It has to be knees over the toes, but that's only if you don't have any knee problems at all. That's the number one key. If you have knee twinges, it's probably not the best thing to do. But if you do, because Nicole has a naturally good squat pattern, she just does have flat feet, and she does have a long femur length. So hence why we have to do this.
It's bad ankle mobility. So if you
ankle mobility.
Yeah, so that's why powerlifters normally have the shoe with the heels elevated. It's not really anything. It just helps you to kind of get a little bit deeper.
Stabilize.
Yeah. So that's why we use this to imitate that, because I don't have those fancy smanchy shoes. We can go straight to 40. Oh no, this is slow, right? You didn't even look at the program.
Hey.
Because I think you want me to do 20 reps or some shit. You're psycho. I'm supposed to do 3 sets of 20.
Can I do 20 reps of this?
I don't, with the 3 count negative, even Ethan was like.
All right, 5 then, 5.
We'll just try 30, I'll see how I go. I won't do the full 20, I'll just do a 3-second negative for a few reps just to feel out the weight. But I think 30 should be a good weight. Just keep going?
Yeah, just go to 28. I think this might be it. How does it feel?
It burns already.
Lock your rib cage down. Let's go. What's that?
14.
Let's go, 15. Two more. That was very good. How'd that feel?
Yeah, it burns my quads.
Yeah. So make sure to lock your rib cage down, tend to your abs, and then come down. But your form's pretty much on point.
Perfect.
Nicole's a gun.
Perfect.
It's almost very hard to fix.
Haven't squatted in 3 years and nails it first time.
Yeah, it's very quad focused. A lot of times you see when people are lifting is that they open up too much. Yeah, and then they have an anterior pelvic tilt in your hips. And then what happens is when people do that is that they squat down like this, they have to sit back into it a lot more, which pushes their hip more backwards, and this will take less load off the quads. Not only that, they can't get depth. If you're like this, you're pretty much squatting like that far because you can't, like, and then any further than that, your pelvis is gonna tuck under and you have butt wing, which is what you don't want. So I think like, yeah, but your form's like on point. The good tip is always like bracing your core and tensing your glutes in the motion. As you, like, if you're someone that naturally just like opens up a lot, then I think crunching in and tensing your abs and locking your rib cage down will help you lock in, and then squeezing your glutes a little bit to kind of prevent that tilt. Very good fix.
Should I go heavier?
I reckon you should go heavier, yeah, 100%. 5 kilos heavier at least.
See, like it didn't feel heavy, but like it was super burny. Like the lactic acid buildup was like really intense.
Yeah, 20 reps is very high. The reason why we do 20 reps is because it
Getting
helps
the
you
blood flow?
get that blood flow correctly. It's also form and technique that's the number one key. It's like repetition, right? The more you practice something, the better you become at it. You know, it's very important that, like, yes, 20 reps seems like a shitload. Yes, it's not for endurance or anything like that. It's just practicing the technique. The more you squat, the better you become at it. Instead of doing like 8 reps, you know? Especially if you haven't done it for a while.
All right, or just
We got to see your physique. And then it's like,
my physique is fat right now. Pump cover.
Oh, you're already wearing a belt. Pump cover activation. See, Nicole's very good because she knows how to actually brace her belt well. What we see very common is people just wearing the belt as an accessory but not actually utilizing the belt, like really breathing into the belt and pushing the circumference and filling that tank up to actually add that extra power. Let's go. We got this. 3 seconds down. 3, 2, 1. Good. 3, 2, 1. 4. It's 4 now, yeah?
Yeah, can you just keep count for me?
Yeah. 5. 6. 7. 8. Good. 2. 3. Let's go. 4. 5. 5. One more. 5, right? What was that?
No cheating there.
Not even cheating, 1 rep. How'd that feel? RP or what? What do you think? We'll decide together. So a lot of people always ask us like what RP was.
I don't want to tell you.
You gotta tell me. Okay, I'll tell you what I think it is, and you can see if no, I think it's better you tell me because I have an idea where that was.
Probably like about 6 to 7.
Yeah, I thought the same. I would say more close to 6 then. So she had about like 4 more reps left in the tank. She really forced it out.
But I think it's still good. Like,
honestly, I reckon 5 more you probably had in there. If we really like pumped them up.
Yeah.
Like really good form, but that was like a 5 out of 10. Looked hard, 5 out of 10. Easy.
No, it was a 10.
It was not a 10. That is not a 10, guys. If you think that was a 10, that's like way off.
So I need to explain something about like muscular fatigue and like fatigue. If I think about how I feel in my heart, it's like a 10, 11, 12. Like I feel like I'm gonna die. And it's tiring, like it burns, like it really sucks because it's 20 reps and nobody in their right mind wants to do that. So like if I go by how like my feelings feel, it's a 10. But if I think about how my quads really feel, my muscles, it is a 5 or 6. So, yeah. Wait or stay because this is our first exercise. And yeah.
I think because the first week we are testing the waters, so I think like 2.5 maybe. Like just so you don't go to failure, I might bring you up to about an 8. Obviously it is your last set, so technically, you know, you didn't do all 3 sets with this weight, but you have an idea for next week, like, okay, maybe I was able to do, you know, heavier, and then next week will be like, okay, I can do all 3 sets with that weight.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. But obviously, Nicole does that very well.
All right, load that bit up.
So usually the first week is just like really focusing on adjusting what you can do. So obviously you're gonna do a lot of like working up sets to figure out what you can do. and it should be a gauge for you next week. So for example, if Nicole completes this 20 rep range with this weight in her third set, obviously because this is her third set, then next week she should be able to do the same thing. Like she should be able to do this weight for all 3 sets. Ideally, right? But we'll see how we go.
One of the reasons why I like most bikini girls, if your waists are generally a little bit thicker, you don't want to be doing like heavy barbell stuff because you have to breathe in and push out, like push your waist out against the belt and stuff like that to really, really brace if you're going heavy. For me, I don't have to brace as hard because for me, this is not actually very heavy, like I said before, which is good. That's why we're doing slow and reps of 20, so I don't have to hold a heavy weight that I know I usually would be able to. I feel this extra weight.
Got this shit. Come on, let's go. All into the belt. Come on. 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathing out. Use that. 8, 9, 10. Halfway. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Speed up, go. Come on. Come on, you can do this. 4, 5. 5 more. 5 more. 1, 2. 3. More. 4. 1 more. 5. Good. Right. That was good. That was good. That was good. How did I feel?
That cardio.
Yeah. The hardest thing about this is that
142.
I think what people don't, it's like, yes, it is a lot of cardio because like, it's holding your breath, right? Lactic acid is pretty much a byproduct of having no oxygen in the muscles. So when you're doing 20 rep ranges, it's not that she actually can't, like muscle-wise, lift it up, like strength-wise, it's more like she just ran out of breath.
Side note, this weighs more than me today. I just wanted to point it out to everyone. This is more than what I weigh today.
Yeah, she's 40. Oh yeah, that's 45 kilos.
Yeah.
And she squatted a weight for 20 reps. That means, I've seen this scale online where like, they say if you can move your body weight for 10 reps, you're considered like pretty much above average athlete. Elite athlete apparently. So she just did 20 reps, which is pretty good. Very good. Wait, how much weight do you need?
I'm just like, he's just helping himself to learn it up.
I'm just stuck on 20s because normally that's what I do. It's like, I just stuck on 20s.
I can't do very heavy
What's
on
the
this one because of the angle. But the program is 3 by 15. Just standard 15.
Yeah, that's good.
Try kill me with this high rep shit, bro.
Okay, 3 by 50.
All right, I guess we can just do 10 on each side. How much do you do?
I don't know. I don't know to mention this.
Yeah,
so the reason why we use this one, the good thing about using, if you can't squat and you have knee pains or you just are shit at squatting, I would say this is the best alternative to swap out, the hack squat. Not the V squat, because there's a different one. The V squat kind of like, we don't actually have a machine here to kind of show you, but like your hips usually fall off the pad and that's what we don't want. This one allows us to keep our hips from extending backwards. So then that way we get more knee flexion in the knees, which will hit more of the quads. So that's if you're trying to target your quads. So in this position, like do a high squat, you have to, the idea is to get your legs as low on the platform as you physically can before your hips come off or your toes, the weight starts to sit on your toes too much. So let's just do it.
I can't do too much of a crazy angle because of my lower back, but.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be crazy. Like what feels most comfortable, obviously.
Okay. And do you want like narrow or medium, toes out, in?
So what we want to do here, we want to, okay, so when we're pushing through the platform, the idea is that we want to push on the inside soles of your feet. So which is your big toe, the inside foot part. The reason why we do this, that internal rotation and that plantar flexion, it will allow you to hit more of your quads. Because if you step outwards, if you externally rotate, it hits more and it will lead more pressure into the knees. And that's what we don't want. So yeah. So internally rotate it. And obviously if you position it exactly the same way as you do a squat, it's what feels most comfortable that you can generate the most amount of power.
I can do both vertical and a bit out.
Put your point out just a little bit out. I still think like shoulder width and feet a little bit out is usually the standard position that we want to be in.
Okay. And like, what kind of tempo? Explosive?
This one's no tempo.
Yes, 15. So just
down,
15 as however I would. 15 the Nicole way.
Controlled, yeah, the Nicole way. 15.
The Nick Walker way.
The Nick Walker.
Is that low enough?
Slow it down. Yeah, right there. So make sure you push your hips and your butt against the pattern as much as you can. I think your feet needs to come down a little bit more. You need to really get those hips and...
I can't go too low then if I go...
No, you don't have to go too low.
Like this is all I can do if I go here.
So you may need to add up. Oh, that should be fine. Yeah, that's all good.
Can I just put my feet up there?
No. Because then what happens is you're pushing that weight away.
Okay.
And then that's what we don't want. Okay. So being closer for the quads is the way we want to go. So just control that movement down. Yeah. Good. What's that?
5.
6. 7. Let's go. 8. 9. 10. Say 5 more. 1. 2. Keep it tight, keep it tight. Lock your rib cage down. Good. In. Jump it up.
It didn't help me.
I don't know which side it was on.
He was watching me just like miss the thing.
So we might have to try maybe feet a bit more higher maybe.
I can go better with my feet higher.
Yeah, we probably have to go feet higher.
We'll try to have feet higher.
All about adjustment, guys. So you see, like, even we don't know. Like, it's more about just adjusting. You have to try it, a few sets, you know, give it a go, see what feels most comfortable. Obviously using the fundamentals there, and then we just make adjustments. Because Nicole has long femur lengths. And so normally you would go heels elevated, but obviously this machine doesn't allow it. So now she might have to bring her legs up a little bit more. Yeah.
Nicole also had a lower back injury, so that's probably why. More so, more so.
But she needs to grow some juicy quads.
I can push through like
yeah, that actually looks fine. Yeah, that looks good, yeah. So you see how like straight away, it fixes everything. Her lower back can stay on the pad. She can plant her feet a lot better. She's getting more depth, and now she's just going gun ho now. What's that? 8. Let's go. 9. Stop before you hit the bottom. 10. I want that tension in there. None of that bouncy shit. Come on. 2. 3. 4. 5. Breath. Okay, good. It's all about adjustment. And I'm one key to doing as well. And I think like, how did I feel out of 10 anyway?
Probably like 7.
I reckon 5. Alright, so we're gonna, I wanna actually try just to show it, like I said. So we must push it a little bit more.
Add more weight or?
Nah, we'll just do the same way what we go for. As many reps as
nah, let's just add more weight.
Nah.
If it's a 5, it means I can like probably double the weight.
Okay, fine. We'll double the weight then. Go 20 then. Lock your rib cage down. Push through the balls of your big toe, yeah? The inside of your feet. Get it? Do you feel the difference? Go. Go. Stop. 4. 5. For you, come on. 6. 7. 8. 9. Let's go. 10. 5 more. 1. 2. on, lightweight, this insane shit. 3. Come on. 4. 5. Let's go 3 more. 3 more. You have 3 more in you. Come on. 1. In your mind. In your mind. Come on, push. Come on. 2. Up. Come on. 3. Let's go. 3. 1 more. 1 more. 4. 1 more. Come down. 1 more. Last one. 1 more. There we go. Drop. Oh. All right, so.
Just did 20.
You did 20. I think you did like 22. You did like 20, 22? That was 20? So, that was the RP of 5 out of 10. That was max, pretty much. But the idea is that if you stopped at 15 and you realize that you have to ask yourself at 15, like if she stopped then, she probably would have said that was like a 7 or 8 out of 10. But realistically, that was honestly a 5 out of 10.
My soul has left my body.
So I was kind of right when I said, I was actually wrong. When I actually said the lighter weight that she was doing before, I said it was a 5 out of 10. But I was the closest one to the idea that I reckon you have way more reps than that. So you see how the difference in RP scaling can change to person. But she thought before the last set, which was half this weight, she only had 2 or 3 more reps. But we literally just doubled the weight and she did an extra 5 reps on top of those 15. That's literally, if she stopped at 15, that would have been a true RP of 5 out of 10. Yeah, she's like, I'm deaf now. That was good. So the good thing about the pendulum is that it actually makes it harder in the top end of the motion, so at the top part, as compared to like a 45-degree leg press. So this is very good for quads. Yeah. The bands will allow you to make your load a lot more at the top part of the movement. Yeah, let's put it down. Yeah, that's good. That looks good, eh? What's the attitude, yo?
Just do 3 plates on each side.
You're gonna be leg pressing more than Ethan soon.
Nah, you leg press a lot. How much do you leg press, Ethan? Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll give you 200 kilos today. After seeing you do those.
I don't want to lift that much weight.
What do you mean you don't wanna?
Because when I train by myself, I have to load it and unload by myself.
Go.
And it's annoying. So like we're working up to a top set, right? How would you suggest me work up to a top set of 8? Like what
you
would
have
you
to
suggest?
do
I would
about
just
like
do
3 to 4 rep ranges.
Yeah, that's
it's kind of like field or weight.
Yeah, okay. So don't actually hit 8 and stuff. Okay. The band's made that much heavier.
Really pull yourself down into seat. So now a few things to look at, especially when doing leg press, is that you always grab the handles and really pull yourselves down into the seat. So it acts as a counter force, so that way the weight doesn't push you off. And you don't want your butt to lift off the pad, because if you do that, then it's going to hit all of the lower back. So you want to lock your hip joint into place and really lock it into the pattern. So pull yourself down, lean forward, crunch your abs, lock your rib cage down. Like lean forward if you have to, even grab onto the seat. Can you reach the seat? Can you reach the seat handles? Can you pull that down?
Oh, and it's more uncomfortable. I like to grab here.
Okay, because that will allow you to lock your rib cage down a bit more.
Okay, right.
Because this might be too lean back, that's why you feel uncomfortable.
No, just getting it up. Give me one.
I'll
Okay.
unlock it for you.
Yeah, actually unlock it for me.
Let's go.
Oh my god, that's really heavy.
Can you do it? No? No? Let's go.
Let's make this my top set.
2,
I can't actually go too low.
3, 5, 6, 2 more, 2 more. 1 more. Come on, let's go. All you, I'm doing nothing.
That's really heavy.
Nicole says it's heavy all the time, eh? It's light.
I still did it, but I'm not gonna lie and say it's light.
Now she need to grow quads. Too much glutes, more quads.
Yeah. Now we get to do the fun stuff.
Another 8, yeah?
Because kickbacks are freaking boring.
Can you do this?
I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready. 1, 2.
Well, you got this, come on. All you. 1, 2. Go. Bring it down, come on. 3. You got this shit, come on. 4. 5. 3 more. 6. 2 more. 2 more. Up, 1 more, all you. Come on, doing nothing. Good. Yep. That was the RP of 9, yeah.
Yeah, I say 9.
That was a true RP of 9. That was actually very accurate, like on how.
That's definitely. I did one more. I think I can go halfway up, and I won't be able to
This
walk
is
out.
4 times the body weight almost. 160 kilos.
Plus the band makes it harder, right?
Yeah, I know. The band makes it harder at the top, yeah.
Yeah.
One, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5,
Oh my god, it's cramping.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. We're going for the top end. 2, 3 more. 1. Pump it out. 1 more. 3. That was good. How'd that feel?
100% 9.
That was closer to the 10. That was 9.5. I'll say that was pretty much close to like that. I felt like.
Right. Ethan's in prep feels because like he really wanted to laugh, but all he could give me was just like a. Conserving up the energy. The NEAT falling is real,
The
guys.
need to laugh. He doesn't. Our cameraman is dying right now.
He just like lol.
He just like smiles at us. Is that it? Normally he'll make a also like that.
Okay, ready. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
1, 2, go.
Let's go. Come on. 1, 2. Let's go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. 1 more. Push. 5. Good.
That was a bit easier, not gonna lie, probably because I rested longer.
And people always ask us, how long should you rest? How hard do you train? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Because you see like the rest time between her first and second one. First one was like way more hard because we literally did it straight after the second set.
Yeah.
The heavy set. But then she rested like an extra minute or 2. And look, she completed it a lot more easy. And that looked like more like a, I would still say in a high 8 out of 10 at least. But it wasn't as bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
manageable.
as bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad. But now we got some Bulgarians.
Gotta be honest, Mr. Cameraman, are they bigger? The quads look bigger? Yeah.
The quad pump is one that doesn't show up on photos or camera for me.
No, you can definitely tell they look a bit swollen. A little bit swollen. How much weight you reckon you can do? So let's
For
see
15?
your Bulgarians. I think your Bulgarians are gonna be perfect anyways. It's hill. Try that
That's
again.
quad. If I did glute, I'll show you how it looks like.
Yeah, that's the right
Yeah,
way.
so like I did quad.
Should you try it one more time?
Yeah, so like all my weights in my
Check
quad.
your body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock your rib cage down. Stand up a bit tight, tall up. Yeah.
I can
Tense
feel
your
it
abs. Yeah, good. Try that. Because very bad at tensing abs because you don't train them. That's why I'm making them train them this program.
You do. I'll just do half of whatever
10
you
kilos
do.
each side?
Huh?
10 kilos.
Okay, yeah, go.
Can you though?
Oh, I prefer the bigger dumbbells.
9?
Okay. Actually,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's fine.
So this one we're doing the heels elevated, exact same reason because Nicole has long femurs. So to target the quads, you can tell, Nicole show them the both ways of quads and glute focus. So
Quad focus will be like this.
correct. And then what's a glute focus?
A little bit more upright, sitting back into it, knees not traveling forward at all, pushing through the heels.
And exactly what I mentioned before is that you see the idea when she's doing a glute focus, she's pushing her hips backwards. That's hip extension. So as she does that, it puts all the pressure on the glutes and hamstrings. Because we are trying to target the quads, we don't want too much glute extension.
More knee.
It's more straight down, pushing through that knee. Yeah.
More knee flexion.
Knee flexion, that's it. Less hip extension, basic stuff.
I nearly fell down doing that because of my quads.
Do you reckon you can do this?
Bro.
NICOLETAN is the glute queen.
Nah. They call me the Bulgarian princess. Just kidding. Who's they? Absolutely no one.
Absolutely no one.
Is it 12 to 15?
Yeah.
Do you want me to constant tension it?
Yeah. I think 12 might be good. You did 15, didn't you?
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
You went 15. You could have went 12.
Oh, I did not hear. I think you said 12 to 15, so I was like, I'm just going to go 15.
So this is the problem. If you know when you have a really great, someone that trains really hard is that you put a range like 12 to 15. But then she always chooses the upper end, which is the 15 reps. No one does that last rep. Pretty impressive.
Critique my form.
That was pretty much perfect. That was textbook perfect. She knows it is. But the next one's 15 to 20, so we'll drop it down to maybe
So it means 20. 15 to 20 means 20.
That's quad spin.
All right, 20. Even though I'm the Bulgarian princess, I've never done 20 reps of Bulgarian, so here we go.
Let's go. Come on, you see, you got this shit. This is it, this is it. You can go to 15, but no. NICOLETAN goes to 20.
I know you guys want me to say that's hard, but that's freaking hard. It's not heavy, but it's really hard.
That's pretty impressive.
I know, your turn.
I'm just the guy behind the scene. She don't like training calves or abs. Yes, I don't like training calves. Jeremy does not train calves as well. But because Nicole is a pro athlete, she needs to do everything. Everything has to be balanced. It helps with stability. You've got to do it. So,
I will.
And we're going to do it
whatever
now.
it takes.
Yeah. So this one, it's very important to, when you're pressing down, is to really push through the balls of your big toe, right? That's the most important part in doing this motion. To really internally rotate your knees and push through the balls of your big toe to really contract your gastroc, which is your calf muscle. And a lot of times when we see people do this movement, we see a lot of like rocking, you know, like rocking up and down, rocking up and down. They're not fully contracting at the top. You want full extension at the bottom, full flexion at the top. You see your calves? Boom. Full flexion, full extension, squeeze. You pause just to really contract them as hard as you can to really get that mind muscle connection. The other thing as well, we want to see the body stay nice and upright. Obviously, in a good position, tension your abs, bring your rib cage down. Because if you're like this and doing that, you're not in the optimal position to tense your calves, to shorten the muscles. So Nicole does it very good, even though she doesn't train calves. Nice, steady.
Oh my god.
Let's go. What's that?
10. I think it's 12, right?
Yep. 2. Good.
It's so painful. The mind muscle connection I always have with my calf is like insane, and I don't know how to do it with like calves and biceps. I'm like really weak in, but that's because like I feel it from rep 1. So like a lot of people are like, oh, like, you know, I'm so weak, but I'm like, but if you feel it, like you're doing it better, then it'll actually feel harder when you actually do it right, and all the muscles are activating properly.
Correct.
So it's okay to not be stacking it up to freaking 380 pounds.
I see a lot of bouncing down, or like people just not actually fully contracting. They're just like hopping it up and down. You just kind of like, no, that's not how you should be doing it. You need to slow it down. You need to stabilize your torso and have stability in your body. Like I always say, you probably hear a lot of me saying rib cage down and lock it in is because we want to tense our abs. Your power comes from your center of gravity. Without your core being stable, you start to use momentum. And so that's why it's very important that your core has to be nice and stable.
Is it 3 sets of 12?
I think it is, yeah. So,
2 more sets to go then.
yeah,
Like this?
yeah. The reason why we lift our head up in this position is kind of so that we're not hyperextending through our back. Because to really contract our abs, we have to first like lift our head up, tense our abs, and then keep that tension the whole way through in the motion. So give that a go next one, yeah? You don't like it.
Like this?
So yeah. So you see how that helps you lift your chest up, tense your abs, no, so keep your head up the whole way through. Yeah, just keep your head there, yeah, good.
Oh, it hurts my neck.
Okay, you can bring it back a little bit, yeah, yeah. Good, yeah, right there, good, yeah, that's good. So we keep constant tension. See how there's not much flexion and extension in the lower back, which is really good. So there's constant tension the whole way through. That's good. Push. That's good. Erectus abdominis. Oh, it's been a bit weird.
I was waiting for him to high five me. Do a heat high five. So that's it, we're all done. Today is my 3rd leg day. Jeremy gave me 2 quad focus, 1 hamstring day. So today is a little bit more of like a compounding movements. There was like literally no isolation movements we did. It was just heavy and hard. Well, 1 exercise like kind of really going really heavy, and the rest was all like super high reps.
Yeah.
Just super high reps. Like
But like, what is that, like 5 exercises, 6 exercises?
Yeah, but
Just
still
4 quads.
a good amount of sets and reps.
Yeah.
So like I would say today is a high volume, I would consider.
Yeah,
In-
like the
yeah.
intensity at which she trains at, it was hard.
It's a high volume.
But like you see, it's not just about how much volume you do or how many sets you do or how many reps you do. Like the reps alone were high.
Yeah,
But
the
then also
high
the
reps.
intensity was very high. So that's why it made it just super hard. Like 4 exercises only.
Yeah.
Really.
4 main exercises.
4 main
yeah.
exercises, 1 calf, and then 1
calf
abs.
and then abs.
Like very simple. People
Which
think-
were hard too. Those were hard for me.
Yeah. It's about execution.
Yeah.
Number 1 key.
Overall, it was a hard day, but yeah.
It's going to be good.
I wouldn't say I particularly enjoyed any of the exercises, but
it's always hard.
It's
but
fun.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah.
See ya.
Peace out.